So, hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the another session with the same host and the same speaker. Now, today's session will be on Azure DevOps with the specialty on boards. And today also, it's going to be a wonderful session. I hope you all are going to love it. And you are going to start and doing some hands-on with our expert speaker, Mr. Vishwas sir. Over to you.
Sir, बोला रहे हो फिर से. That's all right. It's always that. So, hey, folks, this is me, Vishwas Narayan. I've always been that guy who really wanted to think and scale. It's always that scientific thinking that really brought me and pushed me to what I want to do in science. I distinctively remember one of my English teachers, she had told me, like, what, Japan, even though they face the best of the best catastrophes, like tsunami, this, that, and they like Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Can't forget that, by the way. So over a course of time, they have seen a lot of chaos, but they have really risen up to a great extent. Like they just bounce back at any given point of time. And I was like, what? That's something cool. And over a course of time, I started learning about Toyota. Toyota was pretty huge. Cheryl Jones is one of my favorite professionals even today. She started out as a worker in the Toyota production line, and now she's one of the known professionals in the world of Scrum, Kanban, Agile, whatever you think, like organization and the scientific thinking in the mass production. They are one of the best. And pretty much, when you think of Toyota used to produce 3 seconds one car. And let me just show you one of the best topics that you can ever really learn from. It's just a concept called as an and-on card. And I don't know why they just have this kind of a stupid advertisement strategy, but this is a good strategy, by the way. Like this gives me an customer retention. You know what? I saw this one of the watches which were there in the and-on card article and things like that. It's one of the brand retention and things like that. Like use it if you can, like in the future. Like if you join any company like Microsoft or anything, you can just not do this, but like you can just pinpoint to them to just come back and take the subscription. Business people. So yes, so let's just come back to the Toyota production system. This concept is one of the most fascinating thing that I ever could have ever witnessed. And on cord as a mechanism where once you just pull a string, that's a card, and everybody knows which was the line which was being having a flaw there, and immediately that flaw was there. And the magic about this is entire production system goes down. Ka matlab stops. And yesterday, I think I showed you one of the demos on Scan. I think day before yesterday also we showed a demo on Scans, and all these demos that we just did yesterday and day before yesterday, it's all about that and-on card mechanism. Like, what if we have an adversary, and how can we just bounce back, just like Japan, from all the catastrophes? So always this kind of a mindset was always there. I think Henry Ford is one of my most fascinating people that I think snafu snatchers. Snafu snatchers. It's one of the actually, like, if you can look at the history of this entire design and how did this evolve, it's all that scientific thinking that was organized and structured. Let me just give a quick note of intro about Ford. Of course, we know Ford, a legendary motor company. And to be very frank, Ford was a person, like, he used to think at scale. Like, let me just give you one of the examples of the story of Ford. Ford, his father was an Watson Wattsmith, the guy who repairs watches. Wattsmith. So if you can think of what an Wattsmith is, it's this guy who do Wattsmith job or something, like things like that. So these are the guys who just do all these kinds of delicate operations on your watches, right? So his father was a Wattsmith, and in his mind, the fun fact, he used to think, like, how can I really make sure that I repair 1,000 watches at a time? And then there is always the story where he went to GE a company from Thomas Alva Edison company, and he started learning about the electronics, so that as much as electronics, so that you can come back and do something on a car. And to me, that's the scientific mentality that we are looking at any organization. When you enter an organization, you need to have that mindset, you need to have that goal. Let me just say you one thing. Like, let's say you are very strong in Python and you don't know one of the frameworks which you have not worked on. Like, how do you cope up within a day, or else within a month, or within a week? Within a day is impossible for sure, but like within a week, within a month, that's what an organization looks like. In an organization, if you think of all these kind of structures, you can look at all these books and things like that. And also there is an amazing person called as Deming. So Edward Deming is an amazing personality. I think just read as many books as you can about Deming, about Ford and everybody. And also, I can suggest you a book, 4 Days with Dr. Deming. Deming. So this book, if you read it, you will really understand what was the mentality behind the guy who really pioneered the ways in the production system. I don't know. Shopping in Edge. I think this should be some sort of an bait. I don't know. So okay, fine. Let's just do that. So over a course of time, when I just saw that these kind of an production system that we are just talking about was supposedly existing there, like back then, people also had the same mindset and they pioneered these mentality that we are just thinking about today. And in this book, basically they are talking about like how was Dr. Deming being happy even though there was a lot of chaos in his own way of thinking. Like, people never used to say it, like, there is an PC. There is something called as Deming Cycle, and there is something called Shuard Cycle. Deming Cycle is like an act, plan, do, check. Right? Even when I do the boards and everything, we all plan towards this: act, plan, do, check. So basically, it's a complete introduction to how a production system which is been working right now, what if it faces a chaos, how to handle it. And also, it's always about like, how can we introduce a new methodology with the existing methodology which can be much more efficient over a course of time. So it's always about like how to act, like how to work, how to motivate people, how to really get the things done, how to plan the things, like, so that none of the conflicting interest comes into the picture. It should be like a swarm intelligence. So basically, a swarm intelligence is a completely a different concept. If you want it, just go and Google it. Amazing papers have already been come, swarm intelligence. So swarm intelligence is here. So you guys can check out all these blogs and everything that has been there. So Deming cycle is basically this plan, act, plan, do, check. Like, it can be starting from any point of time, but you just start from the act, plan, do, and check. So it's like that. So you can say plan, do, check, and act, and a lot of things can be taken care. But like, let me just explain you one by one. So a do is something like executing it. And now let's just check at one given point of time. Let there be a fact that it can turn down at one given point of time. Can we really make it much more magical and mystical? And like, it should be seamlessly transitioning in an organization, right? Now this is where we plan for an such an high grade of thinking. So of course there is something called as a Shuard cycle. So a Shuard cycle is this. It's the same old thing. So Deming's student was a Shuard, and I don't know why the messenger gets all the credits, but the Shuard really gets all the credit. So it's basically a Deming cycle. So Shuard was always there, and pretty much, it's still the same old PCD, PC, whatever it is. PDCA and PDSA. So steady and act is what you are saying about. Study and act is basically like how to concentrate on it and things like that. So plan, do, study and act, plan, do, check and act. So the messenger gets the reward right now. So Shuard Cycle basically is a Deming Cycle itself. So let's just go to the boards. Let's just go a little bit more practical. And let's see how it's going to impact in your organization. So let's say there is no other thing that you are just creating right now. And now it's a very simple move. Just go to your repository, the repository which I had done yesterday and day before yesterday. I'm still using the same ones. I'm now clicking on something called as projects. It's next to the action. So the projects is here. So you guys can go click on it. And there are, of course, there are beta versions of it. I will do both of them. So you guys can get to know and access to it. So this was the first one. So let's just go and do a new project. So I choose the second one instead of the first one. So first one, I didn't choose for it. So let's just put an X there. And the second one. So this project was actually one of the initial days of me getting to know what was this boards and all. I went to a freelancing for a company and they completely used GitHub. And yeah, I was also shocked when they showed me all these functionalities and everything. So any questions and queries? We'll move ahead with that. That's not a problem. So I just choose this. Now I'm clicking the new project. Now I say Vishwas Narayan and do some sort of a description. Say, hey, let's make a new DevOps culture and choose a template. You can choose pretty much anything. So there's basic Kanban, automated Kanban with reviews, bug triage. So let me just explain you what is a Kanban is. So Kanban, not Anban, it's Kanban. It's a Bollywood. I thought it's a Tamil movie. So Kanban is basically a methodology which was still derived from Japan. And this is a lean methodology. It's something like it reduces all the Buddha. Buddha is nothing but a waste. So it reduces all the time that was going to be wasted in the production environment. So a Kanban board is basically a board which consists of entities like this, which is this. So let me just open the image in a new tab. Yep. So it says this. So it's a backlog, in progress, peer reviews, in test, done, backlog, blocked. And blocked are different. So it's also in a very easy way. It also can be done like this. But, oh, sorry for that. It was not completely loaded. So now it's loaded. So don't worry about this. We'll just go on with all the different definitions and things like that. So it's basically sticky notes like this. So I do DevOpsify my life. So I do a lot of sticky note stuff. I just make sure that I just do the cross on the hand. Like how much ever automated it is, writing it on a paper and then scratching it down the line. That's a satisfaction, right? The olden folks used to do that, but today it's all automated using all these kinds of boards and things like that. So Kanban, of course, there is a huge amount of research that is going on in all these methodologies that can be improvised and things like that. So these are some of the examples that you can really work towards, right? So these are cards. Of course, we'll be showing you what is a card and everything in a quick span of time. So don't worry about that. So let's just stop all of this and let's just create it. So I will choose automated Kanban with reviews and I chose the template and look at the magic of it. The project template is already added with a lot of description that can be given through it. So you need not have to worry about it. And I just created it. There you have it, folks. You have all the cards that are supposed to be required. It's already automated and everything is taken care here. So this is the privilege of a GitHub, right? I think that was a paid enterprise version of the GitHub, but this is an open source version. Like we can just go ahead and I can pin this And you can see that in my profile, there's already a good amount of creation which has been added, 9 repositories with 46 commits. That's perfect. And pins been updated. So you can see that there are different more activities that have been created here, and lot of things, man, lot of things. So you can see my 2021, how much did I do, 2020, how much I think I started on here, and things like that. So this is what you call the operations part. You need to have a quick note and analysis of all the things that you are doing right now. And basically this is where you are just going out and figuring out what should be done. And I just pinned all these things, and I pinned this repository, and see the magic that went off. And I can unpin that, so don't worry about that. I can unpin that entire thing. So let's just go ahead and see what was that. So I can unpin it, and you can see that all my old repositories came into the picture here. So yes, so this is how you create a card. You just go to the click option, add a note to this column. That means that you can add any of the tasks, Vishwas, or else you can tag any person. So I can tag Vishwas. Please do the demos properly. So yes, it's here. So you can click on the 3 dots which are there here right now, and you can go ahead and just get all the different edits that can be happen. Copy the link to the card, and I can send it to. Sorry, I just opened my personal chat, so sorry for that. I can send it to any person. Like I can just click on it, I can send it to any person. I think probably this is. Let's see, step by step. So I can copy the link, convert to an issue. It says at Vishwas, please do it. Please do take care of the indents in the code. Like I generally do this, I don't take care of it. So I'm not a coder. Like I don't call myself a coder or any guy. So it's already an issue right now. So you never used to see this green dot right now, and now it's an issue. And now it's a very simple. You can remove from the project, archive it, or else you can just pull and push it here. And it's in progress, reviewed in progress, and now you can review approved, and this can be archived, and this can be removed. And over a course of time, you can add as many cards as we want, and ease open, add a sample CI configs. Oh yeah, there is already a PR that was happening from the this person, right? This guy. So go to pull request details, and the circle CI used to send me this notification, and there was already that card which was being added. So ease open, ease closed, how many PRs has been closed, and everything. So you can think of all these things, and you can go ahead with all these reviews. I can do a new project as well. I can add a new project here as well. Add a new project, and I can say that, hey, which was new one, something. Let's say I just go the basic Kanban. You will see the magic of this as well. So it will be still be the to do in progress and done. So I just do this, I just do this, and which was please do the demos. Just see that it was still open, and go to the full of the issues. So that issue will always be created, and I can say done. And you can close with comment Dino. Dino is one of the languages. So instead of Node, the same written by Randall. So yeah, I think this issue was closed, and new issue can also be created on that. And let me just go ahead and clear this, and you can see that is open tab may it's not coming up. So this is how you actually commit all the codes. You create all the instances out there. So this to me is an kind of an methodology which can reduce all the complexity over a course of time, and you can start realizing the fact that, hey, how much was this an impact? A lot. Because As humans, we are unorganized to some extent, and these are some of the restrictions that can be offered onto that laziness, and everything can be sorted. And of course, we'll be talking about different integration that will be going through and everything. So don't worry about that. We'll go on with it. Oh, there were all builds that really happened, and the mergers really happened, and the successful quality gate passed. And let's see what was this details about it. So zero bugs, zero vulnerabilities. Oh, that's perfect. I think that one was a circle CI build. I think I don't have time to go on and build the circles, I think. So that's why I'm not doing that. So Sonar Cloud really analyzed all the code that I had. So zero code smell, zero hot spots, and everything. So to me, yeah, this is one of the basic analogies that I can give to any person and say that, hey, you know what? My organization doing pretty good in terms of getting all these builds and all these operations done very quickly. So I think what you can do is you can realize the fact that, hey, in my organization, can I automate all these kind of things through some restrictions, which is not that irritating? This is the step. And of course, you can have different amount of strategies that you can be going through. And to be my friends, to be very frank, this is what chat ops really looks like. So you take all the things and you are actually doing DevOps also here. So pretty much you did all the different entities here. So I use Sonar Cloud for scanning all the code and everything. So I did DevSecOps right now. So what do you want more? I just automated all the workloads that I had right now, and I'm just happy that I had created all these. So this is one of the example of the boards that can be offered through your GitHub. GitHub is an open source tool as well as an amazing fact that it can be integrated at any different use cases. Like you can really have a different amount of use cases and you can just start working. Like ML scientists can use it, AI scientists can use it, like everybody can start using this. So yes, so let's go on with all the builds and everything that we just wanted to do, and let's start something new. So very simple. You go to quick start center and you can start working with any of the things. So that's there for you. And to enter any of the DevOps environment through your Microsoft Azure portal, just click on the services which offers DevOps and you're good to go. You will be inside the DevOps. And there are different things that come into the picture: API management, API connections, change analysis, lab accounts. Yes, I can create a lot of labs and I can give you folks, but I don't have time. Sorry for that. So it's as soon as I click on the DevOps organization, you guys can see that I click on this and I'm redirected to this page. This is a DevOps organization page that you can look at. So it's still the same old portal, but it's just a new way of saying, okay, this is where you will enter an organization. Click on it. You will have an entire organization which will be in front of you. So it's a very simple move. All these things is just a simple, neat, and a kind of an instances where you can start running. And it's an end-to-end repository for your DevOps. Like it's an end-to-end service that can be offered for you in terms of DevOps. Like it has boards, it has integration with different services, it has integration with lot and lot of things out there. So best thing, folks, you can get on it. So as soon as you enter, you won't get this. Okay, you won't get this as one of the instances. You still have to go and click on create a new organization, and this is the magic step. So create a new organization, you will be redirected to some sort of a thing like this, and of course captcha has to be given. So it's a machine which thinks that I'm not a human being, but I'm still a human being, by the way. VKK. And let's see whether this thing works. I think I'm good with captcha. So yes. So it's creating now. Of course, this will take some time. And I just created a project. And now I can go on and create whether this is in private or a public project. If it's public, I can share the link. You guys can hop in and you can start contributing all the repositories as well. So if it's private, nobody has an access to it except me with the login credentials only, which was Narayan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, M10. I don't want M. I can do 10. So I can change the organization policy. If I want to click on the public, it's not being clicked. I'm clicking it many times, it's not being clicked. What I can do is I can go to the organization policies and this will be affected. And I can create public projects as well. So I am allowing people to create public projects here. So it's there for you, I think. All right. So one of the chat ops also was also taken care here. So I think demos properly was created and one commit and comments were one and everything that I did on my GitHub was already taken care. So this is also a definition of integration in terms of GitHub. So let's just go on and just demystify some more and we'll come back to this. So you guys can see that as soon as I clicked on this organization policy, there are different things that are coming up here, right? So you guys can see that I can create a lot of these functionalities and I can take the authorization and everything. So allow public projects, yes, and I can save it. And look at the fact that I can go back and I can do a lot of public projects. So user policies, invite GitHub users, yes. And I can also have a third-party authorizations and everything which is sorted here. So look at the fact that even though you are out of that Azure portal, you are getting access to all of it. So you're getting access to the billing, auditing, global notification. Of course, this is on a website, so you guys can go and check it out. And fun fact, Azure Active Directory is being connected here. And all these policies, boards, everything is being taken care here. So if you go ahead and click on all the development policies and everything, so you guys can see that, hey, how many policies can I start running? So like, can I really reconfigure it? And can I really make sure that it runs on my project and things like that? So a lot of things, folks, a lot of things to be learned from my side, a lot of things learn from your side, and so on. So there is a lot in DevOps in Azure itself, so we have to learn a lot. All right, so I think I've saved all the policies and everything. So now you guys can look at the public icon has been made active, and you guys can click on and create, which was Narayan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you guys can create the project, and there you go, folks. You just came inside the DevOps environment, and luckily there is all different functionalities which are taken care. So let me just go and make a quick view about all these things. If you just do an overview, you will have this. And now if you just click on the dashboards, you will know all the different things that are being taken care in your projects. Like add a widget, like let's say I just want to have assigned to me widgets here, and build history goes here, and cycle times goes here, and a lot of things can be integrated here at one given point of time. And what, so I can add it here, I can add it here, like lot of things can be added. So code tile is something like code and everything can be taken care here. So done editing. If you can do this, you just really created a dashboard which can say entire history about your DevOps process. Every time you will get an access to all different applications that are being running here. So if you just maximize it and you can learn everything, just go and learn it. So this is how it is. If you in the future, if you want to show something as a shiny looking dashboard to your boss and you're just explaining something, you can just use this kind of a dashboard. Wiki is very simple. Create a project wiki is something which you can do. It's just an readme of your project. That's it. So Vishwas, and this has all the functionality of your what do you call Vishwas Narayan Markdown. So just like a readme of it, you just have something called as wiki is here for you to help you. So this also is something called as an DevOps, where you are basically creating all the information about it. So you can save it, like you can save it. And what you have right now is a wiki for a project. It says this, and if I had written something, of course it would have it come. I can go and edit it, that's not a problem. And I can say Vishwas Narayan 2345 at gmail.com and save. And look at the fact that I can click on wikis and it will come here, and I can click on the Google Chrome, anything like that's my default projects, and you can go ahead and create a wiki. And this is how it is. The DevOps has everything here. So end-to-end DevOps can be done here. So summary is like you have all these startups and everything which are just fancy about how we can be the next Netflix in the world of DevOps. I don't think you don't have to do anything. Just strategize proper DevOps and just go ahead with Azure DevOps as an end-to-end solution. This has complete governance and policy which is taken care. So just do that. No, not complicate things. So that's the thing that I would love to say for those folks. Like some people come to me and say that, hey, do you want to be the next DevOps guy and things like that? I'm like, okay, fine. It's not going to happen for another 15 years for sure. Like you need to work hard and see a lot of production issues, solve it, learn from it, be pragmatic about it. That's my key to all you folks. So just be pragmatic about it, learn from it, and you are sorted. And of course, there are other tools like JetBrains Space. Some of the companies uses it, so you guys can go check this as well. So this is also an end-to-end DevOps thing. So make a free account up till 10 users, it's free. So you can have as many amount of builds as you want, and all these boards, everything has been taken care here. So the topic of today was boards, but I explained that also because that also comes in the boards itself. So there's no end to DevOps. I can teach you DevOps for a year and I'll be like, I've not completed 90% of it. So just be humble, just start learning and everything will be sorted. So on any DevOps environment, it's all about that work items that you are considering. So in a work item, it's a very simple move. We just have epic, issues, and task, and this is the basic instance of it. But when you go to some other projects, I think this was one of the projects that I saw. There was multiple options available for me, but I don't know. Probably my account doesn't have that. So Azure DevOps Epic and other features. So features, organization, backlogs, items, everything has been taken care here. So there are bugs and other tasks as well. So you have to choose, because I think probably I chose basic as one of the project information. So probably this came up, but I can choose this as well. So I can create a new one. I can create a new one, and I can show you that as well. X43KKK. Let's see what's the status of this entire thing. So I think I chose a basic project, so that's why if I choose agile, CMMI, or anything, it will just show me all the other options as well. So let's just go and create a new. I think I created a new organization. What a dumb move. I can create a new project. I can say public. I can say Vishwas. I can say Vishwas here, and I can say some advanced techniques. So yes, so just go ahead with it. And oh, okay. So I can choose agile and see the magic of this. So whatever you saw in an agile project, all these bugs, epic issues, tasks, Scrum also has this, CMMI also has this. So I can show you in that boards. If I go to the boards, it's in a work item right now, and I can show you all the things. So it basically also depends on the task that you are just going ahead. So it's always that strategy that you do. So this is an agile project that I created. It's a very simple move. Go create the project. say Vishwas, create a project, and there you have it. Or else you can go and create a new project here, go for the advanced settings and change all the different settings here. So click on this advanced thing, work item process, you will be good to go with any of the things. So this is the basic, and I think one of them was the agile one. So here you go. I selected agile here and it came up. I don't know why. As soon as I select alt, it just doesn't stay there. But this is what I was talking about. So bug, epic, feature, issues, task, test cases, user story. So all of these have a definition. So a bug is an basically a bug in the code. Also, if there is a CV raised on the package, let's say Log4j vulnerability came in, and every organization was supposed to make it more secure. Apache projects were being affected. I don't know why Apache projects gets so much of traction because of the DevSecOps. I think Apache is working pretty much on a lot of things that is related to the DevSecOps, and over a course of time, I think to an extent, what I saw was they are still doing a state of the art DevOps. Like Log4j vulnerability was being solved in a span of a week, like less than in a span of a week. They came out with a solution for it. Like that's an example for me in terms of like how they are doing DevOps and things like that. So just be humble, just keep learning, and everything will be sorted for you. So all these things have their own stories. So I can click on any one of them, and basically you can also go here and click on and create the same old epics, bugs, and everything. So let's say which was please do the demo properly. The demos properly. I'm just scolding myself. That's it. So it's still in the state of the to do only because it's still in the state of the to do because I'm supposed to do it and I'm already adding it and added to backlog, and I am actually going a lot of iterations with different sprints and everything, and I can save it. I can follow this, and if there are any changes, anybody can go ahead and look at it, and it just gives you that history of it. It's still in the to do now, and somebody can share the link, add a link. Like you can still add all the links. So link type is not a child, it's a build link. Build number, you can add it. Like you can get from the different pipelines which were being also delivered there. So this is also an end-to-end DevOps that we are just doing right now. So just see the bare minimum expectations that you can just get through, right? All the things will be sorted. If I go to the boards here, in the section here there will be no items, but in the backlogs, in the sprint one currently which is happening in my DevOps organization, there is a new work item which was already being created. And see the work item, it's an issue right now. I can add to the top and see the magic. Sprint already was being updated. I think backlog is also updated. Boards will also be updated. And if I say doing, to do, done, and everything will be taken care here. So it was an unassigned thing. I can assign it to any person in my organization. And this is how you do it. This is how the things start working here. And epics are always there. The work items will always be coming into the picture. So epics are basically a task which just says, okay, just go ahead and start doing. So issues will always be the number one priorities that we will be working towards. So epics can be a task. Let's just go and evangelize this or anything. So let's see the magic of it. So 3, which was to do. And I think a new item, new one, something. So it became the 4th one. I think in the backlog, there is nothing which has been added. So in the sprint, nothing has been added. And to how to add this in all these backlogs and everything, move the iteration to the backlog, move this iteration to the current sprint one, and see the magic. I just added all these to backlogs and sprints. So there you have it, folks. You need not have to worry about much. Everything is being taken care of here. So issues were being tracked here. So I can go to the boards and I can say this is here, and the backlogs will be updated as it is. So in this session, there is an amazing context which will be given. So just take care of that and we'll come up with some sort of an introduction. And also, sprints, queries, and everything will always be taken care. Like there is a person who does that, so just keep that in mind and just go on. So queries are nothing but what is a work item type for the code. Operator can be anything, and value, like let's say 1, and add a new class or else anything, like let's say wish was accepted by, or else anything can be added. So let's set the date, anything. So all these operators have their own value. So contains, all these things are, does not contain, and everything. So Vishwas and everything. So you can just go ahead and just add these queries, and you can have all these charts and everything sorted for you. So run the queries, expecting date and time. So accept a date and time. So why is it not coming? So let's say I want to add a start date, and you can run as many queries as you can. You can, this queries is basically just going to have that sort of a definition for you, like, hey, which was, let's go to party, and I'm going to strictly reject this, and I'm going to not go there. So there you have it. All these things can be made much more easier for you folks. Save a queries and everything will be there. Save query, yes, which was my queries or anything. So editor will always be there. Save as Vishwas Narayan is here, and running the queries. You can just go out and check out all the tasks and everything. Just evangelize. So it's being sorted here, and you can do whatever you want. So there are different column options, ID assigned to, and everything. So you can add a column saying that Vishwas completed task. It's like something like this, or else you can, that will also be there, but like you can also do a lot of things. So completed task and completed work or anything. So there you have it, folks. A different set of operations that were being considered here, and a lot of things were considered, right? So there you see that you can really answer any amount of queries here, and you can go on and just move ahead with all the things that you're supposed to be doing in an organization. So query across projects and run the queries, and all the things just flew in magically for you folks. So stay, and to be very frank, you can customize all these things. So there's a button. Oh, sorry, I just chose a wrong button. So there is this gear thing. So it's a symbol for customization. You can go ahead, click on any of it. So there are different fields. Issue fields has all these things, right? So you can also add a different field saying that what's the state of it, or else there are different definitions which will always be given, resolved by, and also there are different uh, things that you can also do with all these definitions. So it's all been automated for you folks right now. So there are different style. So there are different styling rules and everything. You can say Kanban beta or else anything, like rule name is Kanban beta or anything. Like you can really go ahead and just start working towards it. So if it's enabled, it will be like this. So styling rules, which was, else name it whatever you want. It will always be there for you folks. So tag colors can also be taken. So I want a different color. So I can say red color, and I can take tag 1. And I say enabled. So there are different tags for it as well. So just go ahead and create a tag that will be created for you, which was, and anything which will be created for you. And this is something good which can be done. Check if you want to display fields, yes, and I want different annotations to come into the picture. If it's a task, yes. If it's in a GitHub, just we have to do it. And if we have selected a runtime, we have to just go and do that as well. So a rule name, anything. So styling can be of any color. So 1 or else anything can be taken care here. So field area level 6, and the operator is this, value is done. Like you can really go ahead and just do that. So I can delete this. I can save it. So look at the magic of it. You just customize the color and everything. So if you want to make something pop up, you can choose red as well. So let me just choose tag color red. It's not this. Styles are okay. Let's say this. I want to do a new styling rule. Let's say which was the styling rule is red. And I do this. Oh, sorry for that. And I say the field area level 5. Oh, that's actually the area level activated date and everything will be sorted. So you can say done. Done to B or something. Like you can still go ahead and choose that a criteria that rule is not valid. Activated. Okay, I can choose a different function. I can done. Choose that as well, or else let it be blank. So look at that. You just customize the boards and everything. So even that, you can also live updates can also be taken care, and all these things can be done there as well. So epics will come here, and the issues can be seen here. You can also customize different ways. So backlogs can be taken care. So which do you want? All these things, and you can also define the working dates like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday also you start working. So just make sure that even Saturday the notification goes down to people. Just don't do that. We also need some time, man, so that's why. So styling rules can be created, tags can be created. We can do that as well. So if I'm assigned, the tag has to be changed. So let's see. So tests also can be related. So select test plans can also be done. If I create a test plan there, you can go ahead and create that test plan. Of course, it's an empty query. I just wanted to show you folks. That's it. So boards are here. So I can create good amount of columns as well. So now I have to do, doing and done, right? And now I can create a new column and say that column name, which was, and inside which issues can be doing or done or else anything. And let's say which was did it and things like that. And look at the magic. There was a new addition which was already taken care, and I can go create it. Which was did it was the created. Like you can have boards for all these things. Like if that Azure Devops organization has that thing, you just go ahead and start doing it. So this to me, folks, is an definition for all your Kanban board, all these things that you really wanted to do and everything. And it's customizable, so don't worry about that. So if you go to the board, there are different swim lanes. You can just go to the lane name, which was new lane. So what's a swim lane? You can get to know that there is already a definition which was already given. So which was Narayan. Or anything related to all these things. So it just collapses and it doesn't do anything much here. So it doesn't have any task which is there. So it's doing here, it's been done here. And right now, what we just created was a customized board for all these things. So board recordings can also be there. So work items can also be do all these kind of rendering and all these things. So a status badge can also be affected there. So the previews can also be done. So in your what do you call the definition inside the Gitter, you can still use the board status and just get it. I can show you that as well, so don't worry about that. So GitHub repositories. I think I can go here. I can do this. Let's say I want to do this. So demo app JavaScript was here. So let me just edit this so you guys can see that. So the boards were already being added. So image URL is okay, but I want to add that entire thing, right? So where are you? So board status is here. So I just added it and committing it. See the magic. I just added a new board onto my repositories and there you have it, folks. All the things about the data has been added and everything. So it's very simple. Even you can integrate Azure boards to your organization on the GitHub as well. So it's very simple. Go to Azure GitHub Marketplace and type in Azure boards. Very simple, Azure boards. And you get this application, set up a new plan. And of course, it's a free thing. It's very simple. Just go here, type in, and you have it in the apps section here. And click on it. You're good to go. So just go ahead, set up my new plan. And you can see that it's from the customers. Of course, I don't know why they are having it as a customer. It's the GitHub belongs to Microsoft itself, so we can do that. So you can install it for free, and you can complete the installation which happened. It's a new organization which is having all the repositories. So it's here right now. And there you have it, folks. I just integrated Azure boards onto one of my organization that we did for an organization, a hackathon. Actually, that organization was created because for an hackathon. And see the magic that intro course. I can save that, and look at the magic that the card will obviously be created there, and all the pull requests and everything will be sorted here. And I can add a new item here saying Vishwas did a new project and done. And this will be an epic. This will be a doing. And if you go to one of the other organization which I'm part of, Silicon House Mafia. Okay, set status. No. I don't want this. Where is the other thing, man? My organization. Your organization is here. So I can go to this and see the fact that I was able to do that. And the Azure board integration automatically happened. I think this was just a new thing. Homework. Oh yeah. I can create a new actions and everything. All right, let's see whether something will be taken care here. So doing, done, unassigned, it's assigned to me, and everything related to my project is always given here. So you can integrate a good amount of boards and everything. So it's simple. It's not that complex. You can go to the project settings, and service hooks can also be taken care. Also, there are something called as connection for the boards. So there are project configuration, teams configuration that you can do, and I can do GitHub connections. And there you see, folks. I had created for one of my organization that was my regular GitHub repository, and now I added it for this hackathon wala team that we had as an organization. So no, actually we that was one of a private project which they created, and nothing was working out for me there, and I just left that. Actually, I made them leave all the things. Man, so many people calling. Can't help. Sunday evening, so that's why people are calling. So you guys can see that, right? I just updated all these things and everything. So very simple. Even for a new channel that you really want to do, it's very simple on a Slack. So you guys can go and check out the Slack thing. It's a very simple integration. So what the demo that I'll be showing to you folks is basically Slack integration for the chat ops. So we can go ahead and we can go inside the organization. So deep learning hardware was what I really wanted to do here. So it's a deepfake project. So deepfake challenge. Voila directly. So I use the Slack in your browser. So that's here. And now there are no other things that have been integrated right now. And this is very bad. And what I do is very simple. There are different ways that you can connect to different application. I'll go to the more and I'll install the app on this here. So there is an option called as apps here. So I just go click on that apps and I'll be good to go and install Azure boards. I'll go add it and it redirected me to the new tab. and I can also do GitHub. I can do general GitHub, not an enterprise version of the GitHub. A general GitHub will be good. So of course, there are different Slack apps that are already available for you folks. You can just integrate with it as well. So don't worry about that. So I'm adding it to the Slack. I am adding it to the Slack, and it will ask me for some more authorization. So I can go ahead and do that. So I'm allowing it. Open the link in the new tab and redirecting me to the GitHub. So yes, so try again happened. And why is this? I'm saying for a general channel, just be there in the general channel itself. Oh, already it's been added, so that's perfect. You've successfully installed the GitHub Workspace, subscribe to your own channel, so that's perfect. So there are different things that will pop up, so don't worry about that. We can go ahead and install all these applications. So okay, if you had not done it on any of your organization or any of the Slack channels before, it will ask for an authorization. You have to click on it and you have to go there and just get all the repositories added onto it. If it's not, it will not work properly. So you don't have to do Azure board sign in and everything. It's a simple thing. Azure boards, I can do this, and I can say link, and I can link any of my projects. So let's say I want to add a project like this here. So there are new boards that I will be creating. So I'll click on this project, and I've copied the link. That's not a problem. So click on this project and see the magic of it. So I'll just add a link here from this part to this part or somewhere. And this Azure boards and integration seamlessly happened for me. You need not have to do all these sign in and all these nonsense. You just do this. Simple. And now we are going to sign in. If you are in the same old portal, it will be redirecting you, and just copy this code, enter this code, and done. So now you just have integrated all the boards here, and the project is right now in front of you. Let's say I create a board here. Let's say there was a new epic item that I created. So simple demo for the Slack, right? There was no Slack and everything that was created, and I save it. See the magic of it. It's now being saved, and I follow this. I go to the work items, simple assigned, successfully installed, and I refresh this. Probably the notification would have popped up. That should not be the situation, but like, so successfully signed in and everything has been taken care of. Okay, the issues will come up, right? So let's say issues. Vishwas Slack demo is here. So is this the same project that I did? It's the same project, but like the integration seamlessly happened for the other ones. So you can see that I just did some sort of a change here. No, not this one. I think deep fake challenges, right? Yeah, I think successfully logged in, and the different changes that I did on my GitHub came in. Like, why is this not coming? Follow and subscribed. Okay, so that's there. So boards, backlogs, sprints are here. So I can create a new sprint item. I can say sprint, not print, sprint 2. So save and close. You can add a new set of link here, and you can do all these kind of assigned to me, and you can do a new work item, which was Slack demo assigned to Vishwas, and priority number 1, of course. You can do a new task, and you can say Vishwas Slack demo 2 assigned to me itself, and I can do, and the state of it is good, and I can say 2 here. That's not a first priority one, this is a second priority one, and now I can start moving all the things here. So yes, so let me just move to doing. Is there any effect on it? But this is how you integrate it, and you can launch any amount of codes here. I think 2345. All right, set status in meeting based on the calendar, and everything will be taken care from this part. See upgrade options, not now. Sorry for that. But there are different ways that you can go ahead and things like that. Let's see what is the Azure board link slash my project, right? All right. Oh, I think I didn't add this entire thing. So HTTPS has to be added, right? So probably that was the issue. Let's see what is it that is going to be, and please make sure the URL contains organization and project right? Sorry for that. So organization project. Let's see what's the demo that I can be giving here. So Azure boards slash link. Only visible to you. Add subscription. Yes, I'm going to add subscription. Vishwas, choose events, work items created, and everything. So that's there. That's not a problem. So yeah, it was already done. Work item type epic field 5. Let me just create it as 5. Yes. Save. And I can choose different ones also. So if it's created and deleted, I can do that as well. So created, I can do created, work item created, work item type epic, save. So if I can go to Vishwas one and I can create this, let's say I create a new epic here, Vishwas Narayan demo, save. Oh, I didn't click on the save properly. So I can follow that as well. So see, work item created and it's Vishwas 1. The project Vishwas 1 has been created. The work item has been created. Vishwas Narayan demo is being taken care here. So work item subscription to work item created. Work item time epic. Links are added or removed. Yes. And you can go and click on this project. And it will show me that it will go back to this project and it will show me all these epics demos and everything. So what are the work items that I should be doing? So last 7 days, how much was the left? Last 30 days, how much was it left? 1 day, how much is left? And I can invite new people as well. So this is how it is. And the last demo, let's just do a GitHub demo. So I can go to this GitHub thing slash GitHub. So subscribe is what is the command. And let's say I want to do an note on the repositories which are being just getting changed at every given point of time, right? There are new changes which has been added and everything. So there you go, folks. I just copy this entire repository and I paste it here. See the magic of this after some time. And it says me connect to GitHub and it redirects me to the GitHub, connect to the GitHub. Yes, it knows that there is an account and I can copy that and I can enter the code here and verification code done. And all the things about all the push pulls, everything will be taken care here. So let's say I just want to just change the space here. I commit this. The magic of this is there was an update on the readme.md right now, and right now you got a notification saying that there is an update in the readme.md. And there you see, folks, you just did an entire chat ops operation. You just did an entire analysis which can be taken care about, like what should be the need of the hour when we are taking care of all these kind of things. So there you have it. So ChatOps was done, DevOps was done, the things which were required for build, code, and all these options were also created. A lot of demos, folks. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate, because all these things, what I just planned today was just the basics of all these things. And of course, I've done a session with Waji Aslam from Dubai, Azure Developer Community. Waji. Sorry for that. Waji Aslam. So Scrum. Agile, I don't know what will we talk about, but agile. I've forgotten it. Wait, easydev.community. Yep. I think it's one of the events which is still there. I'd remember that. Oh god. There's a problem. Ah yes, agility. Yep. You guys can see this entire session. This session was actually cool, by the way. Like cool to the next level. Like we talked a lot about different works and everything. So you guys can go check this webinar that we did with Waji Aslam sir. Amazing person. You guys can go check that out. And there you have it, folks. There are different ways to just do all these parallel jobs, repositories, and artifactory management. How can you really change the way in which you are taking care about the artifactory here? Everything has been taken care. So right now, don't worry. Just go chillax. Just go start worrying about your entire syllabus, which is there. But just come to AZDev India. Will just help you with all the things that is required for your career. Okay, so that's it, folks. That's it from my side. And thank you so much for being part of this session. And if you have any queries, do reach out to me on LinkedIn. And my LinkedIn is Vishwas N. I am going back to YouTube, and I do have a YouTube channel which does a good amount of podcasts with amazing folks from different parts of the world in the world of DevOps as well as deep learning. So you guys can go check that out as well. Yep, let's just go ahead and just do this. So this is my LinkedIn, and this is my YouTube channel. So feel free to subscribe. More subscribers means more money, and I get more motivation to get some more guests as well. Of course, even if you don't subscribe, I'll get guests. Don't worry about that. So that's it from my side, folks. Any queries, questions, reach out to me, and happy to help at any given point of time. And bye, folks, from my side. You're on mute.
Yeah, I'm really sorry for that. Thank you once again for coming here and delivering such an awesome lecture on DevOps, specifically on boards. And stay tuned with us. Tomorrow we are going to start with the repos and pipelines on Azure DevOps.
Part one.
Part one. And that's also going to be an amazing session. It's a complete DevOps bootcamp. You need not to go anywhere else if you come and learn DevOps from here. It's from very scratch to a very good level. And thanks to our speaker, Mr. Vishwas, sir.
sir. Thank you
See
so
you
much,
guys.
folks. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.